Oh, looky there. There's the machine right there. Looks like we have the machine, some plates, and the manual, instruction and owner's manual. Perfect. All right, let's get it out. So here I have my crossover 2 cutting machine for both fabric and paper. It's held together by a couple little Velcro pieces. I don't know if you can see those. There we are, right there. And it just pulls apart. Now here's some beautiful thing about this machine. Do you see this dial up here, plus and minus, and all the numbers? That means that the pressure of the rollers going in between here is adjustable. There is a really nice chart that they put together for what you're using, the setting to use, and the number of layers. And it also covers if you're using it for paper and if you're using the Sizzix or AccuQuilt Go dies. So the die that I've chosen to play with today is the circle die, and you see that there are 11 dies in here. They range anywhere from 1.5 inches all the way up to 6.5 inches. This is the whole bunch of them together. You can see that they're super little thin little pieces, and the cutting edges here. I can hold this and not get cut. It's lightweight and it's thin, easy to store. I love it. I have a couple circles that I'm testing out at different pressures. So I did a 2.5 circle at pressure 5, that worked great. And then I tried a 2-inch circle at pressure 7, it didn't cut. So I took it down to 5, that worked great. So now I'm going to try a 2.5 again, but this time at 6. So my sandwich is all set up. I've got my base layer of plastic down here. I've got the metal plate. I'll take this apart so you can see. I've got the metal plate and then the die with the cutting edge down, and then with the clear plastic on top. And I'm just setting it to be fed in. We're going to turn the handle and it'll feed in, and you'll hear a pop because there's a little bit of resistance. Right now it hit the die, and that's a little pop. So we'll see if it cut. And then I'll know what pressure to set at for a single layer. And see once again, so pressure level 6 did not cut, and I recommend that you do these tests before you start on your project. So now I'm going to do another test with this little 4-patch unit, and I want to show you something that's really cool about these dies. I don't know if you can see this very well, but there is a little notch right here, and there's one down here opposite, and 1 and 2 on this side, which means I can line this up on my seams of my 4-patch for fussy cutting, and I can be assured that the middle of my seam is going to be in the middle of my circle. How awesome is that? All right, so I am going to keep my pressure at 5. That worked great for single layer. This has got 2 layers now, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to get my machine all set up here and make sure that my lines are in position. Get my clear plate on top. Always make sure that the beveled edge of the plastic plate goes in first. My machine is set at 5. I'm going to double check that my lines are where I want them. They are. And we're going to give it a roll, see what happens, see how this turns out. You know, it's a little bit of resistance. A little snap, that means that the die has cut it. Roll it through, and let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Oh, how awesome is that? Can you see that? Ta-da! Thank you, Crafter's Edge, for the crossover too, and for letting me play. There's going to be more to come.